We all know someone who seems to command attention the moment they walk into a room. They're not necessarily the richest, smartest, or most charismatic, but somehow people respect them. Meanwhile, others equally talented, hardworking, or even kinder get ignored, overlooked, or dismissed. The difference often boils down to one elusive quality: respect. Not the fear-based kind of respect that comes from intimidation, but the earned respect that breeds trust, loyalty, and admiration. Respect isn't something handed to you. It's something cultivated, and it often begins with one crucial skill: speaking up when it matters. This is what I call the first of 6 core tricks that completely change the way people treat me. And among all of them, speak now, not later, is the most foundational because it impacts everything else. Most people live their lives avoiding uncomfortable conversations. We smile and nod when we're annoyed. We make excuses instead of setting boundaries, and we wait until frustration builds into resentment before we say anything at all, if we say anything at all. But here's the brutal truth. Every time you stay silent when something matters, you lose respect. People learn how to treat you based on what you allow. If someone is constantly late, flakes on plans, interrupts you, or makes subtle jabs, and you say nothing, they assume you're okay with it. Not because they're cruel, but because you've taught them it's acceptable. Silence is not neutrality. Silence is agreement. And while this might seem small in the moment, over time it builds a reputation of someone who can be overlooked, talked over, or ignored. You might still be liked, you might still be appreciated, but you won't be respected. And the difference between being liked and respected is the difference between being invited and being depended on. So how do you change that? You adopt the mindset of speak now, not later. What does that mean? It means addressing things as they come up, in the moment, not 6 months later. Storytelling is one of the oldest and most powerful tools known to humanity. From ancient cave paintings to digital streaming platforms, the art of telling stories has evolved, but its purpose remains the same: to communicate, to connect, and to create meaning. In a world overwhelmed by data, speed, and superficiality, compelling storytelling stands out as a deeply human and transformative force. Whether you're a marketer, leader, educator, filmmaker, or simply someone who wants to communicate better, unlocking the power of narrative can dramatically amplify your influence. But compelling storytelling is not just about words. It's about structure, emotion, authenticity, and intention. This guide explores how you can harness the timeless principles of storytelling to captivate hearts, shift perspectives, and inspire action. Storytelling isn't just entertainment, it's how our brains make sense of the world. Neuroscience shows that stories activate multiple areas of the brain, engaging emotions, memories, and mirror neurons. Unlike facts and figures, stories create empathy, foster trust, and stick in our minds. They make abstract concepts real, turning numbers into people and policies into lived experiences. In business, stories build brands. In leadership, stories shape culture. In activism, stories move people to care and act. The power of narrative lies in its ability to convey values, spark imagination, and unite diverse audiences through shared meaning. Every compelling story, regardless of format, is built on core elements. First is the character, someone the audience can relate to, root for, or learn from. Next comes conflict, the tension, challenge, or problem that propels the story forward. Then the journey, the sequence of events, transformations, or discoveries. Finally, there's resolution, a moment of change, insight, or closure. These elements work together to create an emotional arc. Whether it's a personal anecdote or an epic saga, a great story takes us somewhere. It changes us. Understanding these ingredients allows you to craft narratives that resonate across cultures and contexts. While creativity fuels storytelling, structure gives it power. One of the most enduring frameworks is the hero's journey, popularized by Joseph Campbell. It includes stages like the call to adventure, crossing the threshold, facing trials, finding allies, and returning changed. Another effective model is the 3-act structure: setup, confrontation, and resolution. For business and presentations, the problem, agitate, solution format works well. Highlight a problem, stir emotion around it, then offer a solution. Whatever the model, structure creates flow and helps the audience stay oriented. It turns a collection of events into a meaningful experience. If logic makes people think, emotion makes them act. Emotional storytelling connects at a level facts never can. A compelling story taps into universal emotions: hope, fear, joy, loss, love, and transformation. Think of commercials that make you cry in 30 seconds, or TED Talks that give you chills. These moments happen because the storyteller isn't afraid to be vulnerable, to show struggle, or to reveal truth. Emotion isn't manipulation, it's invitation. It's how you build empathy, earn trust, and leave a lasting impression. A story without emotion is just information. A story with heart is unforgettable. In an age of filters, scripts, and curated perfection, authenticity is a superpower. Audiences crave realness. They respond to flaws, honesty, and humanity. Authentic storytelling doesn't mean revealing everything. It means choosing truth over polish. Whether you're sharing a personal failure, a brand's origin story, or a customer testimonial, authenticity makes stories relatable and credible. Speak from lived experience. Avoid jargon. Use your own voice. Authentic storytellers are not necessarily the most eloquent, they're the most real. And in a world full of noise, the real stands out. A compelling story meets the audience where they are. Who are they? What do they care about? What are their fears, dreams, and values? The best storytellers listen before they speak. They tailor their message not to impress, but to connect. A story that resonates with school children won't land the same way with CEOs. Adjust tone, examples, and language accordingly. Audience insight guides everything, from the choice of story to the emotional beats to the call to action. It ensures that your story doesn't just entertain, it lands with impact. While words form the skeleton, imagery brings the story to life. Sensory details, sight, sound, taste, touch, and smell, pull the audience into the scene. They help people not just understand the story, but experience it. For example, don't say, "It was a hot day." Say, "The sun clung to my skin like a burning cloth, and sweat trickled down my neck." This kind of vivid language triggers the imagination. In digital storytelling, videos, slideshows, social media, visual elements like photos, color, music, and design amplify the story's emotional power. Great stories don't hide struggle, they reveal it. Conflict is where the magic happens. It's what makes the character's journey matter. It's the tension that holds attention. Without obstacles, there is no growth, no suspense, and no transformation. Vulnerability, meanwhile, is what invites connection. When a storyteller admits failure, doubt, or fear, it opens a door. Audiences think, "Me too." They see themselves in your story. Whether you're pitching a product or writing a memoir, showing the messy middle, the part where things didn't go right, is often more compelling than the polished ending. Long-winded storytelling loses impact. Compelling storytelling is clear, concise, and well-paced. Each word, sentence, and scene should serve a purpose. Avoid tangents. Use rhythm to vary sentence length and keep attention. Short, punchy sentences create tension. Longer ones offer reflection and richness. Repetition can emphasize key points, while pauses give space for emotion to land. The best stories feel like music. They have tempo, flow, and harmony. Edit ruthlessly until only what truly matters remains. A compelling story doesn't just entertain, it moves people. What do you want your audience to do after hearing your story? Reflect, share, donate, buy, change a belief, take a risk? Every great story has a message or moral, even if it's subtle. End your story with a clear and meaningful takeaway. Make the transformation visible. Whether you're speaking on stage, writing an article, or filming a video, guide the audience toward an action or insight that aligns with your purpose. Without a takeaway, even a beautifully told story can fade quickly. Storytelling is not a technique, it's a lens through which to view the world. Everyone has stories worth telling. The key is learning how to shape them, share them, and use them with purpose. When you tell a story, you aren't just relaying events. You're creating an emotional bridge. You're giving people a way to feel seen, understood, and inspired. In a noisy world, stories cut through. They don't demand attention, they earn it. So whether you're trying to build a brand, grow a movement, or simply connect more deeply with others, unlock the power of narrative, because the most compelling story of all is the one only you can tell.